Session 29 of Unit 3 of Taxation of 5th Semester BBA of Mangalore University. In this session, we shall see the computation of total income and tax liability of cooperative societies. So, three problems are put in this video, and also these problems along with the solution are shared in the study material. So, you can refer the study material. The following are the particulars of income of a cooperative society. Compute its total income and tax payable if it is a rural cooperative society and urban consumers cooperative society. So rent received from house property, municipal tax, rent collection charges, the house let out for residential purpose, gross interest on government securities, long-term capital gain on transfer of plot, short-term capital gain, interest on fixed deposits with cooperative bank, income from labor supply, agricultural income and donation to Prime Minister's Relief Fund rupees 10,000 by check. So this qualifies for deduction under section 80G for 100% deduction. Now let us see the solution. Income from house property, gross annual value less municipal tax, annual value less 30% of annual value. So you get the income from house property. Next is income from business, labor supply, that is 12,000. Next is capital gain, long term as well as short term capital gain, 25,000 and 8,000. Total capital gain is 33,000. Income from other sources, interest on government securities 40,000, interest on fixed deposit with cooperative bank 32,000. So total income from other sources is 72,000. If you add the four heads of income, you get the gross total income, which is 1,57,320. Now less deductions under section 80G, 100% deduction, that is Prime Minister's National Relief Fund 10,000 and ATP labor supply, interest on fixed deposits with cooperative bank 32,000. So the total deduction under 80 is 54,000 and the total income is 1,03,320. Now let us see the computation of tax payable. There is long-term capital gain. So 20% of 25,000 comes to 5,000. Tax on other income. So from 1,03,320, if you deduct 25,000 long-term capital gain, the balance is 78,320. On the first 10,000 rupees at the rate of 10%, again on the next 10,000 at the rate of 20%, so it comes to 1,000 and 2,000, and on the balance 58,320 at the rate of 30%. So the tax payable is 20,496 plus long-term capital tax. Total comes to 25,496. There is no surcharge, and health and education cess at the rate of 4% on 25,496 comes to 1,020. If you add this, you will get the tax payable, that is 26,516, which can be rounded off to 26,520. So let us see the note. In case of cooperative society, agricultural income is not included to determine the amount of tax on total income. The gross total income of society exceeds 20,000. Hence, whether the society is rural cooperative society or urban consumers cooperative society, the total income will remain the same. Now let us see the next problem. The following are the income of a cooperative society for the previous year. Interest on securities, this is income from other sources. Income from credit facilities to members. Income from purchase and sale of agricultural implements. Income from marketing of agricultural produce. Income from other business. Interest and dividends, again income from other sources. Income from cottage industry. Rent received from house property, this is income from house property. So compute total income and gross tax liability. So first is income from house property, rent, that is annual value, less 30% of annual value, 30% of 12,000, and therefore you will get the 8,400 as the income from house property. Next head is income from business. Credit facilities 15,000, purchase and sale of agricultural implements 25,000, marketing of agricultural produce 25,000, profit from other business 60,000, cottage industry 20,000. So total income from business is 1,45,000. Next head is income from other sources, interest on securities 6,000 and interest and dividends 10,000. Income from other sources 16,000 and the gross total income, the total of three heads is 1,69,400. Now in this case there is no deduction under section 80G, no donations, and there are deductions under section 80P. One is credit facilities, agricultural implements and seeds, marketing agricultural produce, other business maximum 50,000 rupees, cottage industry 20,000, interest and dividends from other cooperative societies. So total deductions under section 80P is 1,45,000, and if you deduct deductions you will get total income 24,400. So the major deductions under this cooperative societies is under section 80P. Now let us see the gross tax liability. On the tax on total income of 24,400. First 10,000 it is 10%, next 10,000 it is again 20%, and on the balance at the rate of 30%. Then we have health and education cess at the rate of 4% on the tax that is applicable. So we get the gross tax liability 4,493. So we can round it up as 4,500. The next problem, income from college canteen, income from merchandise business, income from credit facilities given to members, interest on government securities, interest on debentures, taxable income from house property, dividend, that is gross, and determine the total income of the cooperative society. So computation is, one is income from house property 12,000, income from business, college canteen, merchandise and credit facilities. Total income from business is 84,000. Income from other sources is interest on government securities, interest on debentures and dividend from cooperative society. So total income from other sources is 40,000. Gross total income of three heads is 1,36,000. And we have deductions under section 80P, income from credit facility, income from business maximum 50,000 and dividend from cooperative society is 5,000. So deduction under 80P is 64,000. If we deduct from the gross total income, we get total income or taxable income 72,000. So gross total income exceeds 20,000. Hence income from house property and interest on securities are not deductible. This is a requirement. So these are the books for references. Thank you.